King James Version, Ecclesiastes chapter 4. Do a reading for you. A refresher. So I returned and considered all the oppression that is done under the sun. And behold, the tears of those who were oppressed, they had no comforter. And the sight of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead, who are dead, more than the living which are yet alive. Yea, better is he than both they which hath not yet been, than to see the evil work that is done under the sun. Again, I consider all travail and every right work, and for this a man is envied of his neighbor. This is also vanity and a vexation of spirit. The fool foldeth his hands together and eateth his own flesh. So better is a handful with quietness than both hands full with travail and vexation of spirit. Then I returned, it's all vanity under the sun. There's one alone, and there is not a second. Yet he hath neither child nor brother, yet there is no end of all his labor. Yet his eye is not satisfied with riches. Neither say he, for whom do I labor, and bereave my soul of good? This also is vanity, and a sore travail. Two are better than one, as they have good reward for the labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? If one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. Therefore a threefold cord is not swiftly broken. Better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished. For out of prison he cometh to reign, where he that is born to kingdom becometh poor. I considered all the living which walk under the sun. With the second child shall stand up in his stead. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this is also vanity and a vexation. By 5. Therefore keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God. Be more ready to hear than to give a sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, nor let thine heart be hasty to any other thing before God. God is in heaven, and thou be upon the earth, therefore let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through a multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known through a multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow, than thou shouldest vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel, that it was an error. Wherefore God shall be angry at thy voice, and destroy the work of thine hands. For in the multitude of dreams and many words, there are also diverse vanities. But fear thou God. And if thou seest the oppression of the poor, and the violent perverting of judgment, and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than they regardeth, and there be higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. He that loveth silver shall never be satisfied with silver. He that loveth abundance with increase, this is also vanity. When goods increase, they increase that eat them. And what good is there to the owner thereof, save for the beholding of the eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich won't suffer him to sleep. There is a sore travail which I seen under the sun, namely riches kept to the owners thereof to their own hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail. And he begetteth a son, and there's nothing in his hand. As he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. And this also is a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. What profit hath he that hath labored for the wind? All his days he eateth in darkness, and he hath much sorrow and wrath with his sickness. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good and comely for one to eat and to drink, and enjoy the good of his labor, that he taketh under the sun all the days of his life, which God giveth to him for his portion. Every man also to whom God hath given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of God. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because God adds to them in the joy of his heart.